What was it like in there for 10 days? You had to go to you had to be
Mm,
incarcerated for what period of 10 days, correct?
mhm.
What was it like for you from starting from day one? Go.
So, initial arrival is how quickly am I going to get out? I want to get out today. I want to get out right now. I want to get out right now. After the second day, that stopped. I'm not waiting for that subconsciously. I'm now building how am I going to come to terms with it? How am I going to comfort myself here? First thing I started doing was because there's a major boredom factor. You're stuck in a little room and everybody else is asleep, but you're not able to fall asleep. I started figuring out how to make myself more comfortable first. I started taking the tops off of the food trays and I made myself a pillow. I made myself a pillow for my head. Because the pillow, yeah, the gel pillow is okay, but you can still feel the metal bunk on the bottom. I started putting the top parts of our styrofoam trays under my pillow, and now my head's comfortable. I can sleep.
Did you get a bed or did you get the floor?
I was on the top.
You're in
I got
top
the
bunk.
top, yeah.
So how many bunks in your room?
Only 2.
Only 2. And how many people in your room?
5.
So you got the top bunk. Yeah, you're lucky.
Yep. I didn't have to sleep on the floor or underneath both of them.
Well, it depends because the way those guys welded those bunks,
Mm.
it's really bad for your back.
Yeah, let me tell you. So since I bet it formed in jail, since I got out, my left pinky up the back of my left arm has been numb. And I know it's because the way I was sleeping in jail, because I was pressed against a hard piece of metal, and it wasn't even straight. It was
It's both.
slanted down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
every
also-
time you turn, it makes a big bang.
Mm-hmm. A very loud sound, and on top of that, you have to spend another 2-3 hours figuring out how to get comfortable again when you wake yourself up.
That was like sounds almost like a Ganya precinct.
Mm-hmm.
Ganya precinct. Everyone that I know, they all refer to it as like a Mexican prison.
Mm.
No windows. Only like for me, I only way I knew the time was the air freshener would go off, would spray every 30 seconds.
Mm.
So
First thing I learned how to do was become jail rich. So I don't drink coffee. I don't like caffeine. I don't care for caffeine. They give you a coffee every morning. I accumulated so much coffee by the 4th day, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just worrying about getting out of jail.
they give prisoners caffeine.
A lot of it.
Wow, that's new. I've never known. I mean,
So
from what I understood, they don't even if you have like prescribed medicine, they don't even give it to you.
they don't even give it to you.
But they'll give you coffee.
They'll give you coffee.
I think that's because they took out what do you call that? Nicotine.
Yeah, you're not allowed to smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
You're not allowed to smoke anymore at all.
Yes.
Or chew, not even chew.
2015
Really?
April or something like that.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's interesting.
It's to the point where dudes in jail will spend hundreds of dollars just so you can sneak in a chew can.
A carton of cigarettes or something.
Not even the
Wow.
cigarettes anymore. The minute the smoke is
The whole
raised.
chew can up your butt?
Yep.
That's hardcore, man.
There's smoke alarms in all our cells now,
Oh shit.
but there's no
Smoke alarms.
working mirrors. You know what I mean? And
And
the
I'm
toilet.
sure they got vape pens in there.
There's a special type of vape for jail.
Yeah.
It was designed specifically for jail.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
sure.
plastic tube with a device inside.
They
but
have
it's all
cell
plastic.
phones in jail. They have vape pens in jail.
A
I'm
dude
not
showed me how to make a
surprised.
lighter with cards.
Yeah.
He took a piece of a safety pin, rolled it into a circle, made a box with 2 cards, took a AA battery, had it offset, and it was causing this little safety pin to turn red, heat up, and that's how he was lighting his cigarette that he stole from a guard. Because there's a guard, psychology is a big thing in jail. Prisoners are watching guards because there's certain guards who won't completely smoke a cigarette and they'll just toss it on the ground. That's
Yeah.
gold for them.
Yeah. I know that. I'm surprised that that's still an issue.
Mhm.
It's, something else.
So the prisoners are not allowed to smoke, but the guards are allowed to smoke.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and some of them are dicks about it, and they'll taunt us with it.
Damn.
So they'll throw it on the ground, and people would just kind of like pick it up.
Well, they'll have to keep track of it because the guards normally only smoke when everybody's there's not a single person on fresh air.
Yeah.
Because the minute fresh air kicks in and a guard's smoking, hey, come on, just let me try the cigarette.
Fresh air. They never offered me
Every cell has an hour of fresh air. That's it.
fresh air.
An hour a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And-
I remember that.
And if you happen to be,
Not if you haven't been magistrated yet.
yeah, but
yeah,
if you haven't been
magistrated,
magistrated,
you're staying in the.
You're
fucking-
staying in the cell
you're
all the
staying
way
all
through.
day, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sucks.
if chow showed up while you're on your hour of fresh air, you're automatically a food detail,
Yep. Yep.
and that's already half of your hour gone.
That sucks.
That
Mhm.
is,
And
but you know, prison's not supposed to be
It's
not
supposed
to be
to-
a daycare. It's
Mhm.
supposed to be someplace where you reflect.
hmm
It's supposed to suck because you're not
Mhm.
supposed to enjoy yourself.
It's-
in there
it's
'cause
like
you're
a
not
s-
supposed to want to come back in.
definitely. I mean,
Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys that the minute they get released, they go and break into a couple of cars and
Mhm.
they go back in because they don't know anything other than it's like the Shawshank Redemption, you know. They don't know anything other than in jail there's somebody, outside there's nobody,
compassion
you know.
plays a big role in how the people segregate themselves.
Yeah.
Because there's the dudes who, I get more meals in jail. I know, and then there's the dudes that I'm just trying to finish my term,
Yeah.
and they mitigate and they watch out for each other too dramatically. Like if there's a dude that he's being put away for attempted murder and he does beat up people, but he's trying to finish his term, is getting confronted by the dude who loves jail, he will fucking pull his ass off and throw him to the side.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I mean, because you actually, from what I understand, you get points for your actions in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because they pay attention, the guards pay attention. I was only in for 5 days just because, you know. Anyway, my thing's done. But while I was in there, I was very remorseful. And while I was in there, every time there was a meal, I really didn't feel like eating, so I shared all my food.
Mm-hmm.
And that was documented. And the guards told me that they documented it.
I know. That's what you meant. Yeah, there's points on both ends.
Yeah.
Guards keep track and the prisoners.
Yeah, they know that they can see if you're compassionate, and they rate it down.
Mhm.
You know, that's their job. They gotta keep an eye on you. And
Oh, that played a role in my release. So I was supposed to stay until February 3rd. But they noticed that every celly I have, I've been like coaching them up and helping them stay positive. And then when they switched the cellies out again, I noticed, and certain guards were being nice to me and shit like that. And how much respect did I have too? Like even if the guard was being a dick, I still showed upstanding respect. And then that guard comes back nice. Like, wow.
yeah, it's just basically it's being incarcerated is really just a time when people need to, when the government forces you to reflect on what has transpired and all that good stuff.
The only thing I disagree with is the level of crimes. They need to segregate the people better
Yeah, you're right. They need to segregate.
because you have people turning people
Masses.
into criminals.
Yeah, yeah. And you can go in there and come out worse.
Mm-hmm.